Hello, I am Blaze, and welcome back to Warframe. Today's weapon is one that is actually extremely unique to the point where I've had to change up my usual format a little. Say hello to the Dual Toxocyst. The Dual Toxocyst are a pair of transforming large pistols that can be researched from your clan dojo's biolab. Blueprint will cost 15,000 credits to replicate, and constructing the Dual Toxocyst itself will require 30,000 credits. 4 mutagen masses, 6,500 nanospores, 1,100 plastids, and 1 fully built forma with a mastery rank requirement of 8. On the other hand, you can also buy them immediately from the market with its own weapon slot and pre-installed catalyst for 175 platinum. The transforming aspect is the core of how the Dual Toxocysts handle. Upon landing a successful headshot, the Dual Toxocysts spring open to reveal their strange infested, flesh-like insides. After that, for the next 6 seconds, you are able to unleash their unbridled fury with unlimited ammunition, a boosted rate of fire, and a 100% bonus to toxin damage, which stacks and combines with any base damage and element mods. More headshots while the effect is active will not add on any time to the 6-second berserker output, but there is no cooldown, so you can chain headshots as the effect wears off to keep going. This means that the base 1.0 round per second fire rate, 12 rounds per second magazine capacity, and mere 60 rounds in reserve are very misleading on the surface. If you can hit the head reasonably often, you are realistically never going to run out of ammo. When not transformed, the Dual Toxocyst has a reasonably high damage of 70, coming in the form of 7.0 impact, 56.0 puncture, and 7.0 slash damage. This also means that it will gain a base of 70 toxin damage when transformed, bringing its total damage up to 140. Though the toxin component will only scale additively with added element mods, as it does not count towards this weapon's 70 base damage itself. Adding on to that, with its base status chance of 35%, here is what they do to a level 100 corrupted heavy gunner. None too shabby. The status chance, plus its moderate 16.0 accuracy rating, actually leads me to compare the Dual Toxocyst with the Mirrorlock secondaries, though the Dual Toxocyst has a somewhat more lengthy reload time at 2.3 seconds. Unfortunately, the Dual Toxocyst's critical stats are nothing to write home about, with a mere 5.0 critical chance and a 2 times critical damage multiplier. This does hurt its top-end damage output compared with a lot of other dual secondaries, but the high status chance and respectable base damage picks up a lot of the slack. It also comes with 1V and 1 dash polarity by default, so as a bonus, the forma included with the Dual Toxocyst's crafting requirements is put to good use. When it comes to modding the Dual Toxocyst, you will likely be sticking with a standard elemental build. I like to include a single dual status elemental mod to bump up the status chance to 90% per shot, including the effects of barrel diffusion and lethal torrent, and leave the rest of the element mods as standard 90% mods. There is some choice beyond this. I decided to use Gunslinger as it provides a nice balance between having a higher fire rate in both gun states, though anemic agility can be used if you would like a little more fire rate and don't mind sacrificing a little bit of base damage. Or use the slot for something else entirely if you find the fire rate to be fine on its own. For other choices, considering how the gun unleashes hell for 6 seconds, this is one of the few secondaries I have ended up running with Seeker to take advantage of enemies that have stacked up. If you've picked up the fairly new targeting subsystems mod, this may also be worth considering. The 16.0 accuracy rating is fine, but I have noticed that the weapons don't seem to register headshots all that consistently at mid-range or beyond. So adding this on may help with that, but personally I didn't notice enough of a difference, but it is an option for you if you feel like trying it out. The Dual Toxocysts are, at least in my opinion, possibly the best designed secondary weapons in the game. I'm saying this for 2 reasons. Number 1, it rewards player skill, namely accuracy, with a very noticeable improvement in its performance. So it will give back what you put into it, and there are still other options if you aren't confident with your ability to hit precise targets frequently. And 2, the Dual Toxocysts introduce a unique ebb and flow to Warframe's combat. While some missions like Spy are able to pace out fighting with small segments where things can be much more low-key, missions like Survival are all action all the time, which can get very fatiguing. The Dual Toxocyst introduced some small cycles within a mission itself. You have times where the gun isn't transformed and you're carefully picking out a target, then upon successfully landing a headshot, the guns transform with a snappy audio cue, and you get to go to town with limitless output. As I said before, unleashing their unbridled fury for 6 precious seconds before settling back down and repeating the process. From a design standpoint, this is quite pleasing and can help to keep things interesting while you're tearing your way through increasingly tougher opposition over potentially 40 minutes to an hour or more. People have also argued against this, saying that it should refresh the timer while this is going on. I do see where they're coming from, but that would dilute the mechanic far too much. After all, with the increased rate of fire, pretty much no recoil, and infinite ammunition, you could basically end up having to activate it once and then keep spamming the magic self-replicating bullets for the entire mission. And to be honest, that would probably get excruciatingly boring and absolute hell on your finger after a while. The Dual Toxocysts do come with their annoyances though. As I said, occasionally it doesn't quite seem to want to count headshots consistently. There have been numerous times where I felt like I got a headshot on an enemy, but it just didn't activate for whatever reason. But there is one additional annoyance in that if you get a headshot with the last round in the magazine, you waste about 3 seconds of the buff reloading because you can't shoot it without something in there. This is extremely annoying, and it would be very nice if they patched it so that you only had to reload after the Fury Death Machine mode wore off. This is something that would be a nice change, but I suppose they are still very good as they are. Regardless, the Dual Toxocyst are an exceptional pair of pistols with a reasonably high skill ceiling, certainly compared to a lot of other weapons in Warframe. They are fantastic, and if you would like some strong dual pistols with a unique mechanic, and you're a reasonably good shot, then the Dual Toxocyst will have a very nice spot in your arsenal. Thank you for watching my overview of the Dual Toxocysts. All comments are appreciated, and I hope to see you around next time. For more content, feel free to give a click down below to see my thoughts on the Azima or the Prisma Gorgon. And as always, good luck, have fun, and take care.